Alright guys, good morning. So just like shuffled the deck, we're gonna do a random read. This read's looking kind of interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the first card is Seven of Swords in the upright. And it is next to Seven of Cups in the reverse and Two of Stars in the reverse. And I feel like some of you guys were in a contract, honestly, of some sort, and you could have possibly had two different things going on. And there could have been a chance that one person in this thing that was going on, because I think there were three people total, didn't really know anything about it. I see the Eight of Coins and I see the High Priestess. I feel like somebody attempted to work with some people possibly to increase their money, but they weren't really thinking straight. We have the High Priestess in the reverse, and we have the Eight of Coins in the upright, and the Eight of Coins has hyenas on it. Again, there are three people on this card. So there could have been three people, to be honest, involved in this deal. Maybe you guys were all friends. Maybe you guys were a partnership. But maybe one person was cut out of the deal, or maybe one person took all of the deal, is what I see here. Yeah, dude. One person took everything. Because look at this freaking card, dude. Look at them. Two people walking away and one keeping everything. Your heart's broken, dude. Some of you guys are taking this issue to court. You're coming out a hermit and you're like, you know what? I am done with this shit. I'm done with these people that are sneaky. And I do see the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant just gave me like judge vibes. And this gives me judge vibes. So, I don't know. Some of y'all might be saying, you know, I am not dealing with this. This is not okay. You can't treat me like this. Some of you guys are, this could be a work situation. Maybe some of you guys are thinking about actually like making it legal. You might be suing somebody. Alright, let's clarify the Hierophant. I do want to know what that is about, because court is a big deal. Well, you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse when you clarify the Hierophant, so I do feel like in that case, like the Hierophant is here to stand up for all of your sadness and all of the tears that you have cried, and I do feel like the Hierophant will be here to defend your feelings and in your favor. Let's go ahead and see what it was that you were crying about at night. Happy home, happy family, marriage. Some of you guys were taken advantage of, and some of you guys were taken advantage of in your marriage. And this contract could have been honestly, I don't know, I'm hearing alimony, divorce, child custody. Somebody could have taken the kids from you and all of your money too. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords contract and see what it's involving. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Exactly, dude. This is a wife or a husband. Actually, you know, it could be a business too, because Queen of Wands is manifestation, and it's also somebody that can look good in bed and do good in bed. So, you're dealing with somebody who promised you lies, straight up. Whether this is in the workplace or this is in marriage. This person was all about money. What are the options in the reverse? The options in the reverse is clarified by death in the reverse. Some of you guys feel like it's the end of the world for you. Some of you guys feel like this is the worst that you've ever dealt with or been through, and it's just saying that you're very much alive. And even if you're feeling like poop, honestly, you're going to get through this. And it's also saying that this circumstance is going to bring life into your life. And even though you're feeling rage and very upset right now, you're probably feeling more feeling than you felt in a really long time. So try to pay attention to that. Let's clarify this 8 of coins in the upright. Depression in the reverse. Yes, it does. This is going to suck for you right now because, like, all of your realizations about this organization or this relationship that you've been involved in is coming to the surface. And you've honestly been really frustrated with this for a really long time. And yeah, it does. It sucks to have it confirmed, have your worst fears confirmed. Like, yeah, it sucks. But at the end of the day, this is what you needed to actually move forward and get yourself out of this agonizing situation. So you're actually closer to feeling better than worse. So just pay attention to, like, the steps that you need to go through as you're progressing. And realize that, you're going to go through emotions on the graph that are going to be like up, down, up, down, up, down. Some days are going to be worse than others, but it's all part of the process. Let's see what, let's see what this heartbreaking card is about. What's breaking your heart about this? Ace of Pentacles. You're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to lose your money. But we also then have the 7 of Wands where you're going to be making that money back. And look at you. You're coming back stronger and bolder and braver and freaking dominant, dude. Dominant. Nobody's going to mess with you this time around. Let's see what you're going to do with the Hermit in the reverse. You're going to make that money. You will build it back up. Look, 6 of coins. And you're going to put it in a treasure box. And you're not going to let anybody near it this time. You're going to start realizing that your worth and your efforts and all of your hard work is a treasure. You're going to be a lot more picky about who you work for, who you allow into your life, and who you start relationships with. And you're just going to really understand everything and the purpose of it. And you're going to become stronger, and you're going to become wiser, and you're going to become more efficient. The only time that we don't become more efficient or capable after an incident is if we choose to feel sorry for ourselves and just basically be talking about the hard time over and over and over and over again. Just because we go through a hard time doesn't make us a bad person. In fact, it makes us an even more amazing person to be able to look back and see the struggles that we went through and overcome them. And also just tell people, I went through that. You know what? Being able to look back and see how strong you are and how amazing you are and how capable you are of getting through things is such... It's the point of the whole thing. It's the point. And points hurt, If you got stuck by a point, it would hurt you. If you didn't feel emotions while you were actually going through different circumstances, you wouldn't really you wouldn't really be human. The more that you're able to connect with your emotions and feel them is actually a good thing. I'm hearing some of you guys cry a lot. And you kind of might feel like you cry too much. And I just heard that in specific to my criers out there. And I just want you to know that you're a beautiful person with a beautiful heart, and you have a sensitive heart, and that's why it touches you so deeply. As soon as you can just gain control over your tears, and maybe some of you guys can put a certain amount of time that you allow yourself to cry. And you can plan it out, and you can be like, I can cry about it for here. Maybe you can punch a teddy bear right here. And then over here, you go into this zone of time, and you're like, so 5 minutes crying, 1 minute punching the teddy bear, and then 10 minutes in problem resolution mode. Set a time, for how long you'd like to be spending on each little zone of your emotional part of it. But make sure for my criers that you do make time to go into problem resolution thinking. And if you're always thinking about problem resolution, you guys, make time to cry. Because we got to do both. Some of us don't cry at all, and some of us cry too much, and we don't ever get to problem resolution. So once we both get together and we work on the areas that we need, those two things are actually going to change the world. Because even when we're in relationships or as a solo, the biggest fight is having those two personality types mesh and understand each other. And so I feel right now, as we're all solos, we could at least understand those differences and know that some of us are more hard asses and some of us are more soft. But we all kind of want the same thing, and we all kind of go through the same thing, you know what I mean? Misunderstandings and lack of love. So if we're going to be prosperous, you know what I mean, we might as well just help each other understand the difference in the personalities now. So that when we're ready for love and we come back together, we will have talked about it on here as a single. And we're just going to understand the different personality types. And I think that will be really helpful. I love you guys. I hope you have a good morning. I'm going to jump in the shower